COINTELPRO was one of the FBI's most aggressive secret operations, and its mission was simple: disrupt, discredit, and destroy political movements inside the United States. Launched in the 1950s and expanded through the 60s, COINTELPRO targeted groups the FBI labeled as subversive, from civil rights leaders to anti-war activists to black liberation movements. The program didn't just monitor people. It planted informants, forged letters, spread false rumors, and created internal beefs to break organizations apart from the inside. One of the most famous targets was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who the FBI tried to intimidate with surveillance tapes and character attacks. Black liberation groups like the Black Panther Party were hit even harder. The FBI used psychological warfare, fake threatening letters, manipulated alliances, and coordinated raids with local police. The goal wasn't investigation, it was neutralization. COINTELPRO was exposed in 1971 after activists broke into an FBI office and leaked the files to the press. A later Senate investigation confirmed the abuses. The program was officially shut down, but the tactics it used still influence how U.S. intelligence monitors movements today.
Here's the question nobody in power wants to answer. Did the CIA help fuel America's crack epidemic? In the 80s, while neighborhoods were torn apart, whispers grew louder, drugs were flooding in, and some say it wasn't just the cartels making moves. Journalists like Gary Webb connected dots between secret wars overseas and streets back home, where cocaine turned into crack and crack turned into chaos. Was it coincidence or a plan? The evidence is chilling, and the cover-ups, even worse. This is the conspiracy file that reshaped generations. You be the judge. Full breakdown coming soon on YouTube. OC Street Files. Link in bio.
He was Kyron Lacey, a star wide receiver from LSU, chasing his dream of making it to the NFL. Every catch, every sprint, every practice was a step toward that dream. But in December of 2024, everything changed. Authorities accused him of causing a deadly crash on Louisiana Highway 20 that took the life of 78-year-old Herman Hall. They claimed he crossed the center line, passed multiple cars illegally, and left the scene without helping. In the eyes of the law and the public, he was already guilty. But months later, new evidence began to surface. His attorney released surveillance footage showing that Kieran's car was nearly 73 yards behind the crash, not in front. Body cam clips even seemed to show a trooper guiding a witness on what to write. The district attorney's report admitted the evidence didn't prove Kieran caused the wreck, yet the damage was done. His name was dragged through the mud, his reputation buried under accusations, and his dream, everything he had worked for, began to fade. Imagine the weight of that, the sleepless nights, the anxiety, the feeling that no matter what you say, no one believes you, that the system is bigger than your truth. Being falsely accused doesn't just steal your freedom, it crushes your spirit. It makes you question your worth, your faith, your future. And for Kyron, that pressure became too heavy to bear. In April 2025, just one day before he was scheduled to appear before a grand jury, Kyron Lacey took his own life. He was 23 years old. His story is a reminder that words, headlines, and accusations carry weight. Behind every case number is a human being, one who might be fighting to be seen, to be believed, to breathe under the weight of judgment.
Advocacy groups like the NAACP are sounding the alarm on Project 2025, a political plan drafted by over 100 conservative think tanks that would overhaul government power from the ground up. Sounds boring? It's not. Because hidden inside this plan are proposals to cut civil rights protections, dismantle DEI programs, roll back voting access, and even reshape how the Justice Department enforces discrimination laws. Critics say this would devastate Black communities, stripping protections in housing, education, and policing oversight. The NAACP calls it Jim Crow 3.0 in a suit and tie. Supporters say it's about shrinking government, but history shows when power shrinks for some, it expands for others. So the question is, if the blueprint becomes reality, who gets left out of the house they're building?
Over a century later, the ghosts of Black Wall Street are still demanding justice. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, the FBI has quietly reopened its review into the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, one of the deadliest racial attacks in U.S. history. More than 300 Black men, women, and children were murdered. Entire neighborhoods burned, businesses bombed from the air, and for decades, officials buried the truth. No arrests, no restitution, no accountability. Now, new evidence and survivor family lawsuits are forcing the system to face what it tried to erase. But the fight ain't over. The Oklahoma Supreme Court recently threw out the last remaining civil case from survivors, calling it too old. The message to the community? Time's up. But the families say justice has no expiration date. What are your thoughts? Should the government pay?